Well, hello boys and girls, it's me, Shower Jar, bringing you something different again. It's some TF2. I know some people have wanted it, and I've been wanting to do it myself. So here it is. Basically, just going to do a nice little introduction to TF2 Competitive, which is my favourite. It's 6v6, not 9v9 Highlander. But yeah, just basically going to take you through, show you some footage of what it's like, and basically just explain the different class systems, the fact that it's vanilla, well almost, and other things like maybe a little bit of tactics, but not in this vid, and just how you can get started in competitive TF2, because it is really good fun. You get to meet loads of new people, and everyone's really friendly, and I think people need to be shown this side of TF2 rather than just a standard old pub. So hopefully you enjoy it, and let me know what you think, guys, and I'll get straight into it. So yeah, basically just going to go through a few little things like how to get into the league, the classes, weapons, a few basic things like Roma and Pocket, the maps, and then sort of the future stuff that I'm going to do for you guys. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it, with a nice backdrop of me playing medic with a couple of good friends in a mix. You'll be able to see what TF2 competitive is like. So first things first, going to just go through the league and how to get started in that, and then we'll move on to a few different things after that. First off, the league that I play in is TF2L, or used to play in. However, there are ESL and there's a few others, and there's also an American league, stuff like that. But ETF2L is the European league, and it's a really helpful, really friendly website, and everyone on there is really nice, and you'll meet loads of new people. Basically, it's e2f2l.org. I will put a link in the description. Just go out and check the rules. They also have a 6v6 newbie page, and just check it out, see what's happening, and basically read through it, and you'll be able to learn loads of new tips. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. There's so many resources on there that you'll be able to gain new tips, even if you've been playing for a year or 2 weeks. You know, it's really helpful. Next step is to get playing some newbie mixes. This is basically where new players can join up with a few more experienced players and learn what 6v6 in Highland is all about. Personally, I prefer the Nervous Energy ones. Everyone tends to be really helpful on them. And yeah, basically just give it a look and hopefully you'll like it. Once you've done a few newbie mixes though, you might want to start playing some actual games with a team consistently, and the best place to do that is just to go on the recruitment post, put a post on there about you and your experience, and aim for Div 6. But yeah, a team will pick you up, and they'll have a trial, and you'll be able to get a team and start playing in the next season. And yeah, for any mixes or new mixes on a team, you will need mumble, but some teams use TeamSpeak. Most of it is mumble though, and also a mic. It's impossible to play this game without a mic. So yeah, that's basically how you get into competitive 6v6. I may do a little Highlander guide on how to get into that, but that will only be a short vid. And personally, I've never ever played Highlander. It's never interested me. The one thing that I do love about this is the fact that it's vanilla, apart from medlocks, which means for the soldier they have actually allowed the original, because they've changed the way that it works now, so it's balanced. And also medlocks, which means the Krieg, the Uber Saw, and stuff like that. But they've also added class limits, so each class has a limit of 2. Except for Demo, Heavy and Medic. Demo obviously because it's overpowered. But yeah, next thing is just basic tactics really. Like, one of the most important things about playing this game is, if you are playing any class, is the rollout. It doesn't matter whether you're playing Scout, you need to know where other people are going to be going. So you'll see at the start of each clip, there should be, I tried to include all the rollouts, but I've skipped a few where I've just died straight away at mid. But yeah, basic rollout for this map is really easy, and Another point is rocket jumps or sticky jumps. You just basically shoot the floor and jump and crouch. I will sort of be catering to people less experienced with this game in terms of information. So yeah, rocket jumps is just pretty much shoot the floor and jump and crouch at the same time. You can go into a bit more detail with air strafing, and you will see in some of my soldier videos that air strafing is extremely helpful for one, dodging air shots, and two, just it actually gets you around the map further, as you can travel further when you air strafe. But that's the game mechanics. But yeah, next on is just the soldier. I'm going to concentrate on at the moment, and there are the two roles for the soldier. As the basic lineup is a medic, a demo, 2 scouts, and 2 soldiers. However, as you can see right now, we do have a sniper, which I will go into probably into another episode, about more advanced classes like the sniper, the spy, the NG, and the pyro, and the heavy. But the soldier, yeah, there's 2 soldiers. One's a pocket and one's a roamer. And what that means is the pocket literally sticks with the medic. He helps him build Uber, which again I'll go through in a minute. And if anybody tries to kill the medic, it is the pocket's job to save him. You know, the medic's very weak, quite vulnerable, and it's really important. And yeah, right about here is another rollout, so just pay attention to what the soldiers do and what the demo does, and you'll be able to see the rollouts. I will go through them when I'm playing soldier, but I can't right now as I'm going medic. And yeah, the pocket just basically protects the medic at all times, and the roamer is basically what it says. He roams around the map, usually helping out the demo and the scouts mostly. But it may come to a point in time where the soldier needs to force a medic. Again, I'll go through that later in this video. And that's the roamer's job, really. The demo is the most overpowered class. He is really important, especially if you're using Kritzkrieg, as crit stickies are basically a one-hit kill. And then it comes to the scouts. These are the utility classes. These are the ones that tend to change to the sniper class and the pyro class when they're needed and the situation arises. And yeah, so as I mentioned before, it was building. Now, building Uber or building crits, it's basically the same thing. However, crits builds faster. If a player is below 90% health, I think it's 90% health, whether they're overcharged or not, Uber will build faster than it would do if you just kept them at full health. So what you will see is as we just stand around waiting until we've got our Uber charge, the soldier will just continually hit the floor and hurt himself, and that allows us to basically get Uber faster and then be able to push faster, so it can give us an advantage over the enemy. And the reason why you need Uber which is why Uber tends to be picked over crits, is because the maps are designed for choke points where all your players will be forced through a doorway or a certain area, and basically all the enemy has to do is spam rockets and stickies and shots down that point, and you'll just immediately take damage, and a lot of you will take damage. So the idea of Uber is to basically make yourself invulnerable, get through that choke spot, and get yourself right in the face of the enemy without actually taking any damage. So as you'll see, we're just building right now, and we're right at Uber now. So you'll see me go in with a soldier and a demo possibly, and I'll basically pop Uber when I need to. Now, because we can't see the other side of this door, there's going to be stickies, which is why I Uber before we actually go through the door. However, if we go through the other entrance, we can normally see stickies, and it's why I'm able to delay my Uber. But yeah, as soon as you've got Uber, you can rocket jump, and yeah, basically, I will go through some of the points here, just trying to. As a medic, I tend to go straight onto the point. I just find it's the best way. It attracts all focus on me, and I'm not going to be able to put out much heals whilst I'm alive. So yeah, you'll see right here we actually go through the left hand side, and don't Uber because I don't need to. But as soon as our soldier starts to take damage and he's moved away from me, Yeah, as you'll see here, I just popped onto somebody else. Now what that does is it actually shortens the Uber time from 10 seconds to 5 seconds as you split it, but it does make 2 of your teammates invulnerable for a short period of time simultaneously. So it's a really important thing to get used to if you are wanting to play medic. Medic can be quite a frustrating class unless you're with a good teammates and you can have a laugh and stuff. As you will see later on, I do die on 99% Uber, which is quite frustrating sometimes, and it does happen a lot if your team aren't with you. So it can be quite frustrating. So again, I mentioned earlier with the roaming pocket is as that soldier's jumped me and the scout is on me, the idea is to one kill me. But if I had Uber, is to force me to make me pop my Uber, because what that means is the enemy then have an advantage because they'll have Uber and we won't, so they can make themselves invulnerable and we're just taking the spam and trying to dodge it. So you know, that's basically forcing it. The Roman soldier tends to jump in first and try and attract aggro. When you're on last, he'll try and jump onto the point and basically get right into the enemy's faces. And another point with medic is surfing. You can get quite good at this, especially if you go on things like MG. You can train, and I'll go through MG later on in this video again. But you can do a thing called surfing, is where you use the enemy's projectile and you essentially rocket jump using their rocket or their sticky, and it allows you to quickly get away from the enemy without actually taking any damage. If I do see it in a footage, I will point it out to you because I know I do it at some point in this video. But it's a very, very handy trick for getting out of sticky situations when you are a medic. I mean, you can even do it when a shotgun shoots you. You know, it will give you a little 10-meter knockback, which can be really handy if you are playing medic and even playing soldier. You know, you can use that to move around and keep your movement, because the more you're moving, the harder it'll be for the enemy to hit you. So yeah, MG and team deathmatch are two very, very good ways of basically honing your skills, getting more experience, and basically getting aim. Fail stickies. And yeah, MG is my gaming edge. I will put a link to that website and to that. And there's also team deathmatch servers where basically you'll fight on like the basic 6v6 CP maps, which again I'll go through the maps in a minute, and you'll shoot, and if you get a kill you gain health. If you die you respawn instantly with buffed health and with all your ammo, so it's really quick, and you tend to get butt fucked a lot as somebody suddenly comes behind you, but it's just basically about improving your aim and improving your decision making when you're in the middle of a fight. And my gaming edge MG is a 1v1 situation, so grab a friend or even just a randomer who's on there and just fight using little few tactics, and you can learn to rocket jump and air strafe. They have NDIF, which is air shots and things like that. So that's really helpful with that. I spent a lot of time on MG just trying to get better, and then it's still not enough. So yeah, it's important to spend time getting better. And as you just saw there, I'm surfed to use the enemy's rockets who's tried to jump in and force me. As the rocket is just about to hit, then I surf away. Unfortunately, they do get the pop on me. I had to use it, otherwise I would have died to that scout. It is very important to use it, not lose it, because it's another 12 seconds of death time before you can start building Uber again. So if they do force you, try and use those 10 seconds or 5 seconds, however long you've got it, to force the enemy, and then just retreat, as they'll have Uber longer than you. If you do manage to force them, you do have a little bit of advantage if you all manage to survive and keep building, because you'll basically get Uber 3 or 4 seconds before them, and that is a long time. The higher divs you are, the more important that time is. So if you can use it, then you should. Next onto the maps, we're on Snakewater here. Most of the maps are control point maps, with an exception of Gravel Pit, which isn't in Season 13, I've just looked. Where that's an attack and a defend. It's quite slow and people don't tend to like it. There's also a map which I've never ever played, which is CP Process. Probably might play it at some point if I actually get back into the season, but things like the less well-known maps don't tend to get played unless you're very near to the week that you're actually playing them. So yeah, the main ones being Badlands, Gullywash, Granary, Snakewater, and you do get odd ones like Gravel Pit and Capture the Flag Turbine, which again I've never played. Most of these maps are edited, so you may need to download a different version of it, like Turbine is RC2. And basically just things have been changed to make the map better, and to make it better for 6v6 or 9v9. Highlander does tend to use different maps, like I think I've seen people play Payload and stuff like that, but with 6v6 it's mainly just CP maps with the odd exception. And yeah, so with future vids I will hopefully be doing a soldier one next, as that is the class that I used to play before medic. We'll be doing a scout possibly, as I played a little bit of that, and a medic how-to sort of thing. And then I will be grabbing a couple of friends, probably to do some more of the advanced ones like demo. I know it's not advanced as it's a standard class to play in 6v6, but I can't play it and I'm very bad at it. The fact that it doesn't have a weapon where you can shoot the floor and get kill, or shoot their face and get kill, I struggle with it. However, some of my friends are very good at it, so I will be grabbing them to do possibly sort of a commentary on it, and to get their thoughts on it, maybe even a live commentary if we can manage to do it. I might even just grab them on pub and do it that way, I'm not sure, but I will also be doing some future vids on the more advanced classes which require a lot more situational things, which can give you a situational advantage but have some severe disadvantages, and those being the sniper, the spy, the pyro and the heavy. Spy's not one that gets used very often, however if you can play spy well, and I mean like competitive well, not pub well, it can be such a good advantage, especially on some maps like Gullywash. So there's that. A few things lastly before you do get into competitive. If you do join a team or anything, if you are to play in the league, you will need a thing called Prec, which again I'll put a link in. This basically, whenever the game starts, it will automatically record from start to finish everything that you see. So if you get accused of hacking, or somebody else, or you see somebody else who you think is hacking, you can put your demo, their demo, send it to the admins and they can review it. It's really important that you have this installed. Next on is the HUD. I'm using Garmin's HUD at the moment. I will put a link in the description. It is looking a little bit horrible because I do edit it and I've sort of messed it up since it got broken with the TF2 update. But yeah, there's loads of different HUDs. People prefer different things, so find one out there. There's loads and loads, so find one that suits you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Just give it a like, give it a subscribe. There will be more TF2 videos, of course there will be more DayZ videos and a few other things as well. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. Cheers.